We have two greetings this morning from partners representing the foundations of the One Ecumenical Movement. The ecumenical movement began as a student movement. Many of our greatest leaders began as young people. We are a movement sustained by prayer and spirituality of young people, and they have nurtured the ecumenical movement for decades. So when I hear young people asking for the floor, I understand why. Because they are the future, but also they are the past, because they in the youth movement started the ecumenical movement. And then and just to give you an example, our great moderator, Dr. Agnes Abum, started her ecumenical work as a steward in the Nairobi Assembly. So that's why we are so much encouraging the young people and the student movement to continue the legacy of the ecumenical movement. So now the first. The World Student Christian Federation and the WCC have special relationships. Together we can help renew the movement by engaging young people. And it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Marcelo Leites, General Secretary of the World Christian Federation, to bring greetings to the Assembly. Mr. Marcelo, please. Give us some energy.
Thank you. Thank you for your words. Thank you. Dear moderator, acting General Secretary, elected General Secretary, and members of the Assembly, on behalf of the World Student Christian Federation, I would like to extend our greetings and congratulations to the World Council of Churches. As you gather for the 11th General Assembly, we are honored to be with you as you continue to discern and reaffirm that Christ's love moves the world to reconciliation and unity. Since its inception in 1895, the World Student Christian Federation, the world's oldest ecumenical youth and student movement, has formed and nurtured a generation of young, critically minded ecumenical leaders in faithful service and witness to the mission of Jesus Christ in different parts of the world. Encouraging young people from Protestant, Orthodox, Pentecostal, Roman Catholic, and Anglican traditions to dialogue and cooperate for justice. As a forerunner of the World Council of Churches, the WCF from the outset has been crucial in forming leaders for the churches. Today, on the occasion of the WCC 11th Assembly, we in the WCF reaffirm our commitment to supporting the Church's mission work, helping revitalize and providing leadership information in the call to service of the whole ecumene. The Council leadership in the search for Christian unity has historically been a witness for all humanity. Its work in the mission field has shown people of faith and those who are not that the reign of God and his justice seeks together with everyone without distinction of any kind. This shows us the importance of continually developing the role of the youth and students in the ecumenical movement. Their presence in church and society has envisioned the past and the present of ecumenism, providing ecumenists, church leaders, and theologians. Many of them have served and serve in WCC. Sisters and brothers in this assembly, we celebrate and rejoice the historical legacy, witness, and the ecumenical path of the WCC. The witness that can help us now, today, to envision the ecumenism in the 21st century. May our presence be a reminder of the essential role of the young people as a promoter of change. We are proud to continue working with you, and we intend to strengthen our relations and our journey together and the remarkable heritage that our collective identity has left us. which led us to continue working together against the crisis of planetary dimensions. The climate crisis that dares the whole creation to survival, the struggle against all expression of hatred wherever those expressions come and manifest, the struggle to eradicate all forms of discrimination that have served as an imperial weapon to oppress marginalized. We must continue promoting peaceful societies, combating all forms of fundamentalism, working for gender justice for LGBTQ people and inclusion, all the people created in God's image, and engaging in conversation, hard conversation, and actions against inequalities and the exclusion of billions due to an unjust economic system and developed paradigm that preys on nature and people. Today, gathered here, our responsibility is providing hope to the world. Our responsibility to providing hope is enormous. And many are listening and expecting for you, for us. It is a hope that is not empty, but full of transformative promise. The world struggles are the struggle of the churches. We can only do our mission if we do it with the youth, with the voices and actions of people on the margins, the women's movements, the indigenous people, the forced migrant and displaced, and all those whose life and bodies have been historically undermined. This is why we celebrate the challenge that the Assembly themes highlights. Because love of Christ comes with sacrifices, reconciliation with prophetic voice, and unity with justice. Finally, a call to the youth, to the young people of WCC. You are the new leadership of WCC. You need to be encouraged and speak loudly. We will humbly accompany the decisions and actions of the council leadership and the churches that lead us to transformation. Our prayers and well wishes are with you. Ut omnes unum sint. Thank you very much.
Marcelo, we give thanks for more than a century of ecumenical leadership and renewal to the student Christian movement.